Manchester United hosting West Ham tonight, the 4th of December, as we continue this great festive run of football. Here's a look at the selection, but first, let's see how we got there by checking out the data. Without further ado, let's get into it. We did not hit 1,000 likes on the previous video, so I actually made a couple of shorts. But well done. If you watch those shorts, I said 2-0 to Arsenal. It was 2-0. And then we also had this as well for the Aston Villa game. Over 1.5 Villa cards, both teams to be carded, and over 1.5 second half goals. I think the odds were around 3s. So well done if you were on that. I didn't put the odds on because if you put odds on TikTok and stuff, it just gets auto removed. So, yeah, if you're not following, search for OddAlerts on Instagram, TikTok, and of course YouTube Shorts. Now, let's look at Manchester United against West Ham. So we'll start with corners, and Manchester United have been out-cornered in 7 of their last 10 games, whilst West Ham's games have averaged 12.4 corners with over 9.5 and over 10.5, landing in 8 of the last 10. Switching it up now to the referee, and it is just a 3rd Premier League game this season for Andrew Kitchen. What's he going to cook up tonight? Sorry, Andrew. He is the man in the middle for West Ham against Manchester United, and his card count is on the low side across all of the games in our database, which is over 150 for this character. He has averaged just 2.72 cards per game. Of course, a small sample size for his Premier League games this season. This is his 3rd. He is an EFL referee mostly anyway. 7 of his 8 cards, though, incidentally, in the Premier League have been shown in the second half. Now on to West Ham. They come into this, I think, in pretty good goal-scoring form. They've already scored more goals in November. We're in December now, but in November they scored more goals than they managed in September and October combined. Will they continue this good goal-scoring form against Manchester United? Something to note is that they have scored in the last 3 meetings between these teams. For Manchester United, they are starting pretty well in games at the moment. They've scored in the first half in 8 of their last 10 games. But what's interesting about the same period of time is that 6 of those games saw more goals being scored in the second half. So plenty of goals in general when Manchester United are concerned. And for West Ham, every single game this season has seen at least 1 goal being scored in the second half. That is every single Premier League game. Will this one go the same way? Now on to the player props tool, and this is a really interesting one that I came across. You can check out this tool in the description if you want to. We can see here Casemiro 2nd for fouls drawn, so fouls won. Now Casemiro is usually the go-to guy for fouls committed, but actually in the last 10 appearances, he is winning a foul in 88.9% of those games. 9 starts, and he came on in one of those games as well. Only Somerville, who is a winger, is ahead of him. Cunha, Dorgu, Wilson, Diouf, these are all explosive, quick players. Casemiro, he's a bit of an anomaly in that list, but it's certainly worth looking at. And this is one, if you love goals, this is a great stat to take a look at. There has not been a 0-0 for West Ham or Manchester United this season in the Premier League. 100% of West Ham's games as well have seen at least 2 goals being scored. That's right, every single game has gone over 1.5 goals. What is the score going to be tonight? Get your predictions in the comments as always. Here is the winner from the previous video. Well done to you. You have won a month of OddAlerts Pro. I mentioned in the previous video that all through December we're going to be doing this in every single video. All you've got to do is add a prediction for the game that we are featuring and focusing on. 2-2 here for the Newcastle Tottenham game. Well done. A few of you did say 2-2. There was some good predictions again, honestly. In the last few videos, the predictions in the comments have been fantastic, so keep them coming. And here is the selection at 4. As you can see, it is a bet builder. Both teams to score. I do fancy West Ham to get back to goal-scoring ways after they blanked against Liverpool. They actually didn't have a shot on target in that game, but having watched Manchester United recently, even against Crystal Palace, they still offered plenty of chances to Palace, and really Mateta could have had another couple of goals in that game. Casemiro to win a foul in the middle of the pitch. Why not? the odds are really, really good for it, and you can see the data on the player props tool. And then over 1 card in the second half, this referee, whether it's his EFL data, Premier League data, even Carabao Cup data from this season, he tends to lean more heavily in the second half. He doesn't like to get his card out of his pocket too early, unless it's obviously a very harsh or cynical foul that he must get the card out. So this is my selection. As always, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Get your own predictions in the comments to enter the draw for OddAlerts Pro. Only 1 game tonight in the Premier League, so I just wanted to do a bit of a more focused video on this game. Let me know if you enjoy these videos where I just focus on 1 game, fly through the stats. It's all a bit more quicker, a bit more organized. Really do want to get your feedback on these videos, and hopefully we can get to 40,000 subscribers pretty soon. We're almost there. If you're not subscribed yet, do us a favor. See you in the next one.